Allow this story to be a calm presence as you drift to sleep. Daisy and Anemone, a tale of affection. This story is about a girl named Daisy and a squirrel named Anemone, who form a deep and affectionate friendship through their kind and caring actions for one another. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a dense forest, lived a kind girl named Daisy. Daisy had a heart as gentle as the morning dew and a smile that could light up even the gloomiest day. One crisp autumn morning, as she wandered through the forest collecting colorful leaves, she stumbled upon a little squirrel with fur as soft as silk and eyes as bright as stars. The squirrel, named Anemone, had fallen from a high branch and was unable to climb back up. Daisy carefully picked Anemone up and whispered soothing words to calm the frightened creature. From that moment on, Daisy and Anemone became inseparable friends. Daisy would visit the forest every day, and together they would explore the wonders of nature, discovering hidden nooks and crannies bursting with life. Daisy would tell Anemone stories of faraway lands and magical creatures, and Anemone would listen with rapt attention, his tiny heart brimming with affection. One day, as a cold winter approached, Daisy decided to build a cozy little home for Anemone near her cottage. She gathered twigs, leaves, and soft moss, carved a warm nest where Anemone could stay safe and warm. Anemone was deeply touched by Daisy's gesture and wanted to show his gratitude. He began collecting acorns and nuts, leaving them at Daisy's doorstep as tokens of his appreciation. As the days grew shorter and the nights colder, Daisy and Anemone found comfort in each other's company. They shared countless moments of laughter and joy, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Daisy's heart swelled with love for her tiny friend, and Anemone had found a true home in her caring hands. When the first snowflakes of winter began to fall, Daisy and Anemone watched in awe as the world transformed into a sparkling wonderland. They played in the snow, building snowmen and making snow angels, their laughter filling the air like the sweetest melody. As they sat by the fire that evening, sipping warm cocoa, Daisy looked at Anemone with a heart full of gratitude and whispered, "Thank you for being my friend." Anemone snuggled closer to Daisy, his tiny heart echoing the sentiment. Their friendship, built on kindness and affection, had created a warmth that no winter chill could ever touch. And so Daisy and Anemone lived happily ever after, their hearts forever entwined in a bond of purest love. Now, let's dive into another heartwarming tale. Iris and Yarrow, a family's bond. This story is about Iris, a compassionate woman who helps a lost fairy named Yarrow find her family, leading to a heartwarming bond that shows family is built on love and connection. Under the canopy of ancient oak trees, in a small village surrounded by lush meadows, lived a kind-hearted woman named Iris. Iris was known for her boundless compassion and caring nature. Every evening, she would stroll through the woods, gathering herbs and singing softly to the gentle creatures that called the forest home. One twilight, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Iris stumbled upon a glowing light hidden beneath a thicket. Curious and unafraid, she approached and found a tiny fairy with delicate wings that shimmered like stars. "My name is Yarrow," the fairy said in a voice as light as a breeze. Iris's heart warmed instantly. "What brings you here, little one?" she asked. Yarrow explained that she had been separated from her family during a stormy night, and now she was alone and frightened. Moved by the fairy's plight, Iris gently cupped Yarrow in her hands and promised to help her find her family. Together, they embarked on a journey through the enchanted forest, with Iris' knowledge of the land guiding their way. Nights turned into days, and days into nights, but Iris never wavered. Throughout their journey, Iris and Yarrow shared stories of their lives, their laughter echoing through the woodlands. Yarrow told tales of the fairy realm, where flowers bloomed with the touch of a hand, and rivers sang lullabies. In return, Iris shared memories of her childhood, and the love she had experienced from her family. The bond between them grew stronger with each passing day. One morning, as the first rays of sunlight filtered through the leaves, they came upon a beautiful glade. Flowers in every color imaginable carpeted the ground, and the air was sweet with the scent of blooming flowers. Yarrow's eyes sparkled with recognition. "This is it. This is where my family meets during dawn," she exclaimed with joy. As they waited, the forest came alive with the delicate sounds of fluttering wings. It wasn't long before other fairies began to appear, each one greeting Yarrow with delight and relief. Overwhelmed with happiness, Yarrow introduced Iris to her family, conveying the humans' kindness and unwavering assistance. The fairy family, in gratitude, performed a magical blessing. As the enchantment enveloped Iris, she felt a warm glow throughout her being. Her heart filled with love and contentment. She knew the bond she shared with Yarrow extended beyond their brief journey. That evening, as Iris returned to her village, she felt an enduring sense of happiness. Her act of kindness had not only reunited a family but had also woven new threads into the fabric of her own heart. The woods seemed to sing in harmony with her thoughts. From that day forward, Iris's life was imbued with the magic of her adventures, and every twilight walk held the promise of new friendships and lasting bonds. And so, in a village nestled within an ancient forest, a woman and a fairy taught that family is not just about blood, but about the love and connections we create along the way. Let's journey onward with another comforting tale. Porridge and Bluebell's Imaginative Journey. This story is about a boy named Porridge and his adventurous journeys with a friendly ghost named Bluebell in a world of imagination. Porridge was a small boy with a big imagination who lived in a quaint village by the edge of a great forest. One moonlit night, when shadows seemed to dance under the stars, Porridge met Bluebell, a friendly ghost with shimmering blue light surrounding her. The belle had a mischievous personality and a heart full of adventure. Together, they embarked on a journey into the world of imagination. They first soared through the night sky on a magical cloud that glittered like diamonds. Porridge marveled at the twinkling constellations, while Bluebell explained each one's ancient stories with a whisper. Then, they dived into an ocean of dreams, where giant whales sang lullabies and schools of fish shone like rainbows. In a cold castle, Porridge found a treasure chest filled with laughter. When they opened it, peals of joyous giggles floated into the water, making the sea creatures dance. Next, the duo found themselves in a candy forest, where trees grew lollipops and rivers flowed with chocolate milk. Porridge and Bluebell skipped along the peppermint paths, taking bites out of marshmallow bushes. They laughed and played until they reached the gingerbread house of an old, wise owl. The owl shared his wisdom through riddles, each one sparking new ideas in Porridge's inventive mind. Finally, they visited the floating islands of wonder, each one suspended by the strings of rainbows. Here, every island was a different dreamscape, where anything imagined could spring to life. Porridge created a garden of flowers that hummed beautiful melodies, and Bluebell crossing a waterfall that flowed with sparkling lemonade. As dawn approached, Porridge and Bluebell knew it was time to return home. They floated down gently, the stars winking at them in farewell. With hearts full of the wonders they had witnessed, they promised to meet each night for new adventures. Porridge went to bed, hugged by the warmth of his adventure, and drifted off with a smile, knowing Bluebell would be there in his dreams, leading him to endless possibilities. Join me as we turn the page to the next story. Anemone and the Dancing Fairy. This story is about a young girl named Anemone who encounters a fairy named Azalea, who teaches her the dance of hope, bringing joy and optimism to her village. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a young girl named Anemone. Anemone had shimmering blue eyes that sparkled with curiosity and a heart as gentle as a summer breeze. Every day, she would wander through the meadows, her laughter filling the air like the sweetest melody. One evening, as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of pink and orange, Anemone stumbled upon an enchanting sight. Out by the edge of the forest, a delicate light flickered and danced among the trees. Intrigued, Anemone ventured closer, her heart pounding with excitement. Here amid the thickets, she saw a tiny creature with translucent wings and a gown made of petals. It was Azalea, the dancing fairy. Azalea's movements were graceful and mesmerizing, as if she was weaving a tale of wonder with every step. "Hello there," Azalea said, in a voice as light as a tinkling bell. "What brings you here, young one?" Anemone, captivated by the fairy's beauty, replied. "I've never seen anything so magical." "Who are you?" Azalea smiled warmly. "I am Azalea, the dancing fairy. I bring hope and dreams to those who believe." Anemone's eyes widened with amazement. "Hope and dreams? How do you do that?" Azalea twirled on her tiny feet, the petals of her dress shimmering in the twilight. "I dance, and with my dance, I share the light of hope. Even in the darkest times, it shines bright and guides those who are lost." Moved by Azalea's words, Anemone felt a spark of hope ignite within her. "Can you teach me how to dance like you?" she asked eagerly. The fairy nodded, her wings fluttering joyfully. "Of course, dear Anemone. Follow my lead." And so, under the canopy of stars, Azalea taught Anemone the art of the dance of hope. They danced through the night, their movements harmonizing with the whispers of the wind and the rustle of leaves. With each step, Anemone felt her worries melt away, replaced by a warm glow of joy and optimism. From that night on, whenever Anemone felt sad or lost, she would return to the meadow and dance, remembering Azalea's lesson. The villagers soon noticed the change in Anemone. Her laughter was brighter, her spirits lighter. They began to join her in her nightly dances, and bit by bit, the entire village was touched by the fairy's gift of hope. As seasons changed and years went by, the story of Anemone and the dancing fairy became a cherished tale passed down through generations. It reminded everyone that even in the darkest times, a spark of hope could light the way. And so, the legacy continued, a dance of hope that would never fade. Let this calm stay with you. Good night.